What is up, my friends and family? I'm Charmx, and today I'm going to be reacting to Peeing Yourself by the Odd Ones Out. I'm not really sure what we're getting into here, but the title's very interesting, to say the least. But with that being said, I hope you guys like this video. The original link's in the description. Make sure you go subscribe to the Odd Ones Out. I keep on saying the Odd Ones Out. I am so brain dead at this point. Anyway, with that being said, let's begin.
Today's word of the day is micturate.
Did you come here to listen to me talk about juvenile topics and tell bad puns?
Yes.
Well, you're in luck. What? You didn't? Aw, that really pisses me off. You all read the title. You know what this video is going to be about. Peeing yourself.
James is running out of ideas!
In my adult life, I've had so many close calls with not making it to the toilet. I'm surprised I haven't pooped my pants more often. One time when I was in college, I was walking home from campus and I sort of had that feeling that I needed to go. I thought I could make it back to my dorm, but then when I was walking back, I just couldn't hold it. So I started just booking it back home. Apparently running makes it so you poop faster though. But I burst through the front door and I just...
Are there no restaurants that you could go in near you? Because, I mean, if there's a McDonald's nearby, you could just go inside that, or a Starbucks, or you name it. Basically, any restaurant or fast food place, you just go in there to go to the washroom. You don't have to risk, going in your pants.
Went straight for the bathrooms, and it was close. Very, very close. But I made it. If the front door was locked, I don't know what I would have done. Another time I had a close call, I was playing Pokemon Go. It was pretty similar to the first story. Pikachu? More like Pissachu. Never mind. I don't have a clean record. There's been times when I was a kid and I soiled my britches. Before I tell you stories about my childhood, I just wanted to say that according to my mom, I was potty trained very easily. Now I have no memory of this, but apparently every time me and my twin sister went to the bathroom in the toilet, we got M&Ms. And my twin sister, bless her soul, was having some trouble learning how to do it. So instead, I just shared my M&Ms with her and everyone was happy. Except it's been 20 years and she's still not potty trained. I'm still giving her M&Ms to this day.
That's a smart way to potty train someone, to reward them when they do it. That's kind of like, rewarding a dog when you're teaching them. That's probably where they got the idea from.
I've had a couple of accidents happen when I was in elementary school, but only like 2 times though. I promise. The first time I peed my pants in class, I was in the 1st grade. My 1st grade teacher was just a humongous bitch. Just a humongous person. Literally, she was pregnant. For the first 9 months of my 1st grade career, I had to deal with this pregnant person, and even as a little tiny 6-year-old, I hated her. Now I'll give her the benefit of the doubt and say that we are probably ornery little 6-year-olds, but I wouldn't expect 6-year-olds to be well behaved. So
I think a lot of people have that kind of experience with teachers, especially at that age. Because when I think back to when I was really young, in like grade 1 and 2, I did not like my teacher whatsoever. Like, to me, the teacher was like the worst person, like so mean and whatnot. But now that I'm older, they're probably just a normal person, right? They're probably just a normal person, and 6-year-olds aren't that well behaved, so you can forgive them if they were grumpy sometimes, right? But as a kid, they were the worst person ever.
So why would you get a pregnant person who feels sick all the time to be our teacher? Was it because she couldn't afford maternity leave? One day she threw up in a trash can right in front of us, and we all just sat there not really doing or saying anything.
Ew.
I made a video about this a long time ago, but one time my twin sister got injured on a trampoline and she had to be in a wheelchair for a couple of months. That happened while we were in 1st grade. So one time when we were in class, there was a fire drill, and the teacher told my sister that she had to get out of the wheelchair. Now she could get out of the chair. Her legs worked just fine. It was her back that was injured. But I mean, what if she was actually bound to that wheelchair? Do we not have an escape route for the disabled? Leave the chair behind, it'll only slow you down. What? You need that chair to move around? Well, it's gonna have to burn! But it gets worse. To get out of the school, we had to go up these stairs, and I was helping my sister walk up them, because a doctor told her she shouldn't be walking at all.
Don't most schools have like a wheelchair-friendly, ways to get up and down stairs nowadays? Then again, I guess, this is way back when he was in school, so I would assume this is a long time ago, where, there were less like wheelchair ramps and whatnot. But I'm pretty sure most schools nowadays have either elevators or like wheelchair ramps.
And my teacher saw this. She knew my sister was in a wheelchair 2 minutes ago, and she said, "Don't help her." You know how when you're a little kid and you think that
Man, that person's gonna be a great mother.
adults know everything and they're always telling you to do the right thing? That should have been my first clue that, nope, What a female dog. Not just that, a pregnant female dog. So one day I asked the teacher if I could go to the bathroom, and can you guess what she said? She said no. I forget the exact circumstances, but you shouldn't ever tell a 6-year-old that they can't go to the bathroom, because guess what? They can, and they will. That hand raise, that's not really asking for permission, that's giving you a warning. I raised my hand a second time. Do you remember when you told me I couldn't go to the bathroom? Well, we have a bigger problem now. I wish I knew curse words back then. You know that kid that—
I've had an experience like this, not me doing it, but I had a friend. I had a friend who had to go to the washroom, and I believe they asked to go to the washroom, and the teacher was like, no, you can't do that. And this is way back in like grade 1 or 2, something like that, way back. And so, after the teacher said that, they ended up doing it in their seat, and like they got up and like there was like a puddle of like, pee on the seat. It was so disgusting. I guess the teacher learned their lesson. Like, you shouldn't tell little kids that they can't go to the washroom, because they're gonna do it either way. So, it really serves the teacher right.
that was inside my teacher's belly could be watching this right now and have no idea how stupid their mom is. This is why I'm never getting pregnant. The second time I peed myself, I forgot what grade I was in. Hopefully I was still in 1st grade. It definitely wasn't 12th grade. But this time it was at recess, and I didn't know that you could go to the bathroom at recess.
Wait, so was it in 12th grade when he peed himself? I mean, I've had some incidences like that where I was quite older, and I didn't pee myself, but I was very close. Like this, I'm talking like 2 weeks ago. I was driving through some town, and we were looking for a place to go to the washroom, and there was a freaking train crossing the train tracks, so we had to wait. We got fed up, and then we, tried to do a detour, and we got to another train tracks, and it was the same train still going, and we waited for like 15 minutes. How freaking, like, this train must have been like 2 miles long or something. Unbelievable. I've never seen a train this long. But we had to wait for so long, and then after that, we had to keep going, and I had to wait another, like, 15-20 minutes before I finally used the washroom. And I couldn't, like, get out of the car and go to the side of the road to go to the washroom, because there were people everywhere, waiting for the train for, like, 10-15 minutes. There was a massive line of people, so I couldn't just get out and go to the washroom. Oh, it was unbelievable.
I thought the school was locked up, so I had to really go to the bathroom, and I did. And all my classmates thought I peed myself, and I told them, no, I was drinking water and the water rolled down my face and all congregated in my groin region. Which, if I was going to lie, I should have just said that I spilt water on my pants. No one believed me except for one person. My twin sister. I knew saving her in that fire drill was a good move. But yeah, everyone else was right. I did McCurate myself.
That's all there is to it. A winner.
Guys, let's talk. I'm going to tell you something I thought I would take to my grave. So if we ever meet each other in real life, you're not allowed to make fun of me for this.
I, James, was a bedwetter until I was 8 years old.
What age do kids normally stop wetting the bed at? Because I have no idea.
I was good going to the toilet when I was conscious, but being unconscious, I was uncontrollable. If we're counting the total times in my life that I've had an accident, then there's too many to count. There were many days when I'd wake up to wet bed sheets, then I'd have to change my sleeping position and try and get some more sleep. The worst part about wetting the bed is that you have no control over it. You were gambling every time you went to sleep. There were some things I would try to help me not wet myself. One thing were these things called good nights. They were pretty much diapers with a bigger kid on the package. Your life
I'm a grown-up now.
hits a low point when you have to wear diapers for a second time. I would hate putting these things on because—
Wait, most people have to wear diapers for a second time. You mean this is like a third time? Because you have it when you're younger, and then you have it when you're old, like a really old person. They end up not being able to control their, their body, so they have to wear diapers. So this is like, the third time.
Because they're totally stupid, and I'm 8 years old. I don't need diapers. I literally never slept with them on once. I would take them off every night before I would go to bed. I hated those things. I'd rather pee my pants than wear a diaper. So since I didn't like those, I tried this alarm thing, which I also hated. You put a clamp on your underpants, and you put this thing called an alarm unit right next to your face, and you'd sleep with this contraption of uncomfortableness on you, and if you started to pee, that would trigger the alarm, which would blast blast a loud noise in your face, and that was supposed to wake you up like, hey, you're peeing! Problem was that every time the alarm went off, I was too tired to remember what was going on. So I would just think, what the heck? I need to get this loud noise away from me. And I would just rip off the alarm and throw it away and go back to sleep without realizing what I was doing. Sort of like what I do now with a real alarm. Then I'd go back to bed, wake up in the morning, and realize, oh, that's why the alarm went off. Then later I got some pills from some doctor. I don't remember what was in them, but every time I had a pill, I wouldn't wet the bed. But then one day I ran out of pills. I still went to bed though, and I woke up with clean sheets. And I never wet the bed again after that.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. But what did they give you? Like some kind of steroid that makes you like hold your pee better or something? I don't know.
I grew out of it. So if any of you watching right now are bedwetters, there's a pill for that. Drugs. Solves all your problems, baby. I know this video
Alright guys, I hope you liked this video, and this is funny, but at the same time, it also causes PTSD for me, because I myself wet the bed up until, you know, longer than the average kid. But nonetheless, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, possibly share with a friend if you're new, hit subscribe and join the family today, and also make sure you go subscribe to the Odd Ones Out, that link's in the description. I love the Odd Ones Out videos, they're so funny, and they're so, like, cute the way they're drawn, but yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Boop!